Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
This is amazing. I can't believe we have everybody here, the cast of The Chi, in one place at one time. I mean, wow. Get ready. Season 7 is here. Are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
Too ready.
Yeah,
Is everybody else ready?
We've been waiting for this.
Yeah, we cooked it. Now it's served.
Well, here's
About
the
to be
thing.
served.
That's right.
Season 6 was most watched, right? So that's going to be hard to top, but I assume that's what you guys are going for this time around. So a little quick recap. Season 6 left us, wondering a lot of questions. Okay, so Douda and Rob got killed. Nuck shows up at Emmett and Keisha's covered in blood. We don't know what's going on. And by the way, Emmett and Keisha have a baby on the way. So there's a lot of energies going on. Are we going to get all the answers on season 7?
A lot of questions will be answered. I don't know
think so.
about all, but
Quite
yeah,
a
I feel
lot,
like
actually,
a
I
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of surprises
we
too.
shot
Big
a lot.
surprises.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of surprises?
I mean, it's just like these big surprises. I can't really say.
it's a
Like I
lot.
just feel like the fans is like
So here's the thing: a lot of things get answered, but then a lot of questions are going to be posed,
yeah.
and we
Oh.
won't know. So it keeps it going.
They're questions that have been posed, 5-6 seasons ago.
Right.
That will be answered this season.
Oh,
Yes.
stop it.
Things that have been like, oh, what happened?
Oh, that's
Here we are.
great insight. That's interesting. So what was everyone's first reaction when you saw that Douda was going to get killed off?
I'm back. Go ahead.
Because that's
No,
a
I
big
was-
that's a big moment. That changes the storyline.
Absolutely.
I mean, I was excited because, it just opened up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
I think I was upset because I wasn't the one to do it. I wanted to be like the one,
Yeah.
Did you feel like, okay, so now what's really going to happen? Because this is somebody that was, basically just the centerpiece of what was going on at this point.
That's the beauty of it. You don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know, and
That's part of the struggle of that's the season.
Yeah.
Like who will rule? And people vying for power and strategizing about power.
Yeah.
And, trying to grab and snatch and, that's a part of it.
yeah.
Yeah, and we love seeing you, Lynn, now part of the new season. And your character, Alicia, was going to go and do the work and go kill Douda, but you got beat to it.
That was so upsetting.
Because you wanted to do it. I mean,
Under
Alicia wanted
her
to
nose
do it.
and in front of her face when she was vindicating her brother for this. Look, and she can't stand him.
Yeah.
She can't stand him. She
Yeah.
cannot stand him. Because
That's funny.
but for that, it was just so disrespectful.
Yes, it was. It
The
was.
blood on her face.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice, though.
Disrespect. I
It was
didn't mind the
gorgeous.
blood on the face because it might have been the blood on the face if she did it, but it was that she didn't do
You
it.
do it.
Yeah.
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 So that wasn't because the thing about it is it's a classic theme.
Right.
Like Romeo and Juliet and
Yes.
other things. It's like no, I need to do it.
Yeah.
That was my brother. I need to do it.
Right.
I need to take care of this, and that was, taken
stolen
away
from
from,
you.
her, and so that was very, very strange.
Well, and then also on the show, your son, played by Iman Shumpert, Rob gets killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad.
I can't even now to this day, really. It was such a painful day.
Where do you dig in, right, to get these emotions, to just be vengeful in the most beautiful way possible? Like, where do you go to get that emotion out?
Well, the vengeful part or
Yes.
okay, so the vengeful part is me emptying myself and my moral compass, Lynn Whitfield's moral compass, which is like, oh my God, this was really mortifying. I think I need to call my psychologist. I think I need to go to church. I need to pray. Where are my meditations?
Yeah.
I mean, that's me, right? But
Yeah.
Alicia
Yeah.
is like, no, I don't know what to do with this pain.
Right.
I don't know what to do with the disrespect. I don't know what to do with the loss. So, in order for the universe to be right, you have to go. I had to just find that from a consciousness that's not mine. But now that I did find it, I understand it much better because, I watch true crimes, after,
Right.
like the news goes off and it's like you just get hooked.
Right. Yeah.
Like, how could you really just go and do that? So it's finding the truth of somebody making that choice. And I think that's what, created this fascination, part of the fascination with Alicia.
In real life, how would you react if somebody harmed your family? Do you find yourself having those moments like you just start... Because now that I'm a parent, my daughter's 2.5, I literally have the craziest scenarios playing in my mind.
Me too.
Like, oh, you what? And it's like,
on site.
I know.
So, like...
I know. I
On
mean,
site.
thank God I've never had to dig in on that and make the choice.
Right.
But I might make Alicia's choice. Who knows?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Certainly, the difference in Alicia is that, you plan it. Crimes of passion are some of the most prominent crimes in the world. Because people, when you don't think, when you just
In the moment.
act upon hurt, pain, protection, danger,
Yeah.
that it just, something happens.
Yeah.
My daughter, and I only have one, I have no idea. Thank God we don't really have to
Yes.
play it out. But I would probably go into some very, very dark space
For sure.
of my corners of my mind.
Yeah. Right? Anybody here is like, yes,
Oh,
that's
it-
100%.
0 to 100.
You're
Yeah.
a new parent.
Oh yeah, don't play with me.
Yeah.
It's on site.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's on site.
very hard. Okay, so let's talk about the characters, Emmett and Keisha. So for Jacob and Birgundi, what are we going to see? Are we going to understand the hardships of having a child? Let me know because I'm in it now, right? So what do we get to see in season 7?
Yeah, go ahead. No, I mean, well, I definitely we're supporting Tiff with such a huge loss. You see Emmett and Keisha just loving on each other in a way that's just like there's more pressure in their household this time, but it's like they still finding ways to just give each other grace and just figure it out and keep moving on. Finding that balance between work and giving the kids balance and attention.
Man, sounds
and,
like our life now.
yeah.
I had a kid.
Yeah, so
You know.
it's we definitely see just a dope, like just this young couple just working it out and figuring things out, which is so refreshing.
Yeah.
I think to see on screen. Our generation, like I was saying, we see tweets saying like, oh, I would have been left if Emmett did this. I would have been left if Keisha did this, but you see this couple just pushing for longevity, and I think the core of it is just friendship that's just been making it still last, and even with their challenges.
Do you find it, I don't know, helping you look at relationships different when you play a role like this, Birgundi?
Honestly, no. I feel like the audience looks at Keisha and Emmett's relationship and they're like, oh, this is crazy. What?
Right.
Especially me. They chew me up. Like, but I think that I already had an understanding of what it meant to love like that. And I think I brought that to Keisha.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that answer
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
What are we going to see as far as dynamic that could be unexpected between the characters that you play in season 7? Anything that might derail the relationship?
I think this whole baby mama situation is always going to be sort of a derail for their relationship and for the audience.
Yeah.
You know?
No doubt. I mean, yeah.
And baby daddy situation.
Both ways.
Could get a little messy.
Little
We'll
messy.
just have to see.
It's a lot of love in between love and just love. Everybody loves everybody.
It's
And,
definitely messy.
You know.
Oh my God, it's
messy.
so
yeah.
But
Wait, Lynn, why did you say it like that? Is it that? Ooh, is it that messy?
Hey, it's coming out Friday. Y'all about to see what's
you're
going
gonna
on.
see. I mean, it's just so many things.
Yeah.
I mean, on the great evolved side, it's just so wonderful to see people blending, young people blending families and figuring out, how to keep everybody together, everyone safe and all that. So that's really wonderful. But I mean, generationally, it just looks like a whole bunch of mess to Alicia. It just looks messy and loosey-goosey and
Oh, yeah.
the whole baby mama, baby daddy, what? Oh my God.
It's a lot.
Can
It's
we
a lot.
just use
Contraceptive.
proper grammar when talking about these young ones?
Yeah.
Beings. Alicia, it's that whole thing is very difficult, but that is important because that also is a representative of the voices of our community. Because, I mean, people in other generations would just do it around the corner, under the thing, under the
talk about
rug,
it,
and not talk about it. But so to see it all out in the light of day and everybody being cooperative and all is more evolved than probably any of Alicia's generation would have ever been.
That is so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That is
know?
great. That's great insight. Now, Lynn, you are an icon, a legend. I'm sure your castmates love working with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a privilege, truly, even to be having this conversation with you.
Oh, thank you.
You have won an Emmy, a Golden Globe Award. You also just took home the NAACP Image Award for your role on this show last season, which, by the way, was your first season. So you just stepped in, was like, yeah, pass me that. That was the energy.
Play with 'em.
How did you feel when you won? Just being recognized for your work.
I felt really appreciative because this was already a very successful show.
Absolutely.
And all of you were a newer addition, right? I don't know what season you came.
I've been here season one, day one.
Oh, season one, day one.
I'm the
so
newbie.
they have. So the thing is that they created all of this.
They already have
They
the
created
rapport,
the
they have
buzz.
the storyline.
They already have the curiosity of nations and countries of people who love this show.
Right.
So for me, it was a gift to sort of come into it. I was only supposed to be here for 3 episodes.
What?
And yes, they just kept developing until then an invitation for the 7th season. So it was great for me, because it keeps me relevant, like they say.
Yes.
Like they said. I love it.
I'm relevant right now because I'm in the Shy. I'm with Lou James and Jacob Latimore. I'm like hanging with the young folks.
But Lynn,
I'm having, Jason Weaver as a love interest.
Yeah.
And even they're like, no, what?
Yeah.
That's
You want to
fine.
be choked off, girl? What? So that's great for me.
of course.
It's great for me because it keeps me building audiences, and I'm all for come.
Yeah.
All-
Get
all
into Miss
of you
Lynn
come.
Whitfield.
Absolutely.
Come get into Lynn Whitfield.
But you have such a successful career. People would dream to have even just an ounce of what you have accomplished. What has been the secret to your success, to your longevity?
I think that I don't take myself too seriously, and I love hearing, it's such a compliment when, that I'm an icon and I'm a this and a that. Somehow in my psyche, it sort of means, what are you trying to do? On a pedestal, but not a shelf,
Right,
So
right.
I kind of have this thing that I said when the African Americans Critics Association, honored me at their luncheon and made me like a legend, whatever. But the end of my speech was, if you're inspired, thank you, but you can't stand on my shoulders because I need to be light on my feet because I have so much to do. And so I just love telling stories. So I want to tell more. I just did a film with Malcolm Lee. I did my first thriller.
Wow.
In South Africa. So moving, and so there's just so many things to do. I mean, I haven't played an action hero, done a real romantic comedy, or there's just so much to do. So I take the compliment, but I don't believe the hype for myself because every award means I need to do more good work to deserve it.
Wow.
Ongoing. Because, you can get all kinds of awards and people can look, you can do some work and they're like, she kind of slipping. Like, that wasn't so good. I didn't believe that. She didn't look, what I mean? Not feeling it. So I actually love telling stories, and I just want to keep doing great work and making characters that people can't forget.
Oh, we don't forget the characters. one of the iconic characters you played was Brandy, and we all loved watching Brandy.
Brandy Webb.
I mean, to this very day, we're still using memes, right? So,
People still do her like for
all the
Halloween.
time. And so, just in case for somebody who's watching doesn't know what we're referencing to, we're talking about the
5 o'clock
classic
in the morning,
movie, A Thin
and I'm
Line.
just getting in.
There you go.
I knock on the door. Knock, knock. Listen, you guys, I'm wrapped up. Y'all better get cultured.
But working with Martin Lawrence, and from that time to now, what would you say has changed about your artistry?
From then
To now.
I think I'm not. I think I don't take myself as seriously. So actually, I'm discovering over the years that I'm kind of funny, and so me in my real life, I like to keep people laughing around me. I finding a sense of humor in things.
Yeah.
And just not more feelers, but just okay. Yeah, I kind of can work out the roadmap maybe a little quicker to the characters. You're talking about acting,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Not being a human, because that's always a work in progress.
100%.
Just doesn't. Yeah. So I think maybe not being as self-conscious about doing well, just going out and being bold and making a choice and trying it.
Yeah. What advice would you give to your castmates on longevity in the industry?
I think they're all doing it personally. I think they take the work seriously. I think that all three of these people are very authentic.
Yeah.
And I think all three of them dig deep. And I think all three of them are, all working on balance in their life so that they can carry the work that they need to carry. So I don't know if I would have any advice except keep going, keep doing what you're doing, because they inspire me.
How is it for the three of you? What have you learned working with a legend and icon? What's that like?
Don't stop trying. Accept challenges,
Yeah.
Don't allow yourself to get complacent. Keep exploring all the different avenues and staying open, because that allows you to grow in this business.
100%.
To have longevity, to constantly.
I mean,
the imagination.
I haven't done Broadway yet. You did Broadway. Luke did Broadway.
Yeah.
And explored that, and I know that opened.
It just changed my world in totality. On how to tell the truth night after night.
Oh, there's a play I want to ask you about. Before this is done.
Don't forget.
Yeah, I don't want to.
She's
forget.
hilarious.
And Jacob and Birgundi, what have you learned working with a legend?
Well, I've learned so much watching her, not just like talent and acting wise, but just being a woman in this industry. But just now, I just picked up what she said about don't take myself too seriously, and I kind of tucked it right here because I just feel like that was a gem. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like when we work, it's like sometimes I'll have my days where I'll just, okay, this is what we saying, okay, bet. And she's like, but why?
yeah.
And I was like, right, why? And asking questions and rethinking the scene. Even though you've rehearsed it a million times, there's another layer. There's something to go. We can go a little deeper, and just being more present. Because sometimes you can get so wrapped up into your rehearsal the day before, and then you can and just get like, and then we get
Cruise
on
control.
you get on set that day, and it's. The layout's different. The mirrors over there, and then the chairs over there. Let's walk over there, then come over here with the conversation. So those
like
are moments.
it's just being present. So for me, it's like knowing the lines, having a roadmap. But then when you get with your scene partner, like you don't know what'll happen because it's all about being in the presence and responding to what's happening in the moment. I mean, and that's where the nuggets are. That's where the magic is.
Yeah.
That's where the magic is. It's like,
Yeah.
But you hope to be able to play
but that's it.
with other people who see the work that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
then you can get on a set and you can't control what other people,
Nope.
how other people see their work. You know,
Yes.
they can be in cruise control, and you could be saying, "But I don't like cruise control."
Yeah.
And the story, there's something more there.
Right.
But they're complacent in what they're doing, and it's just that, and that's what you have to work with. But when you get in a group that is not like that, and everybody's challenging and asking questions, and how much farther can we go with this? Then it's like it's another thing.
Yeah.
Is that what actors want? They want to be challenged?
Absolutely.
The best ones.
Some do, and some
don't.
don't.
Some don't.
You know, some people. You know,
Some actors will say the same line over and over, exactly the same for every take.
Yeah.
Every take.
but you know, it's a cushion. You know, it's a cushion.
But the thing is that when everybody's light on their feet, it just might be something that just sparks just a little something different, a nuance of something that just makes it that much better. It's not big changes or anything. It's just
the details.
It's just about the the humanity of it. And I think, you know, for me, in my mind, I think music, you know, is you're trying your best to make a soulful connection, right? In film and television, I think you're trying to make a human connection.
Oh.
Right? You're trying to humanize the experience that you're having
right.
for whoever's gonna take the ride with you.
Yeah.
yes.
And so the work, if you really want to get to the groundedness of it, it takes work. It's play,
Right.
but it's a lot more work to make it real.
Another icon that we get to see in season 7 is Phylicia Rashad.
Rashad.
So does that put pressure on everybody here that, you know, we're talking about the greats, right?
For me, it's more of I don't know if I think of it as pressure. I think of it as I have gratitude.
Yeah, honor.
Honor.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Appreciation.
Brittany, I like that.
Appreciation.
It's so much of it that pressure kind of just, because you got to show up.
Yeah, you don't have time.
You gotta
don't have-
perform.
You don't have time
Yeah.
for pressure like
You don't have
that.
time for that.
Well,
Yeah.
she's here to work. They're here to work. Here to do the work. You better show up to do the work. Just do the work. And for me, it's just honoring the time that I'm getting. You know, I am a fan, but there's no time to be a fan.
Yeah.
We're coworkers here.
That has to go out the window with
It's,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, we have to get to the
Yeah.
thing, you know,
Yeah.
and that's later on down the line when everything is said and done, and we can sit here and I can tell you and give you your flowers. But in the midst of it, the flowers that I'll give in the moment is that I'm showing up and I'm present
It's
with
That's
being
you.
right.
present,
Yeah.
and that's it. Yeah,
That's it.
and that's it, and it just stops right
We are
there.
happy that the Shy is just like this hub for just like for young new actors and just like legends to come together
That's
and
right.
do scenes together. Like it's been incredible.
Stretch.
It's been
Yeah.
incredible.
Now, Luke, for you, let's talk about your character on the show. What did you do to research, to prepare yourself for this role? And just, you know, why was it important for you to do the work ahead of time?
My research more so came from portraying a killer who desires redemption. That's that it's for me, it's not hard to love somebody. It's not hard to play a person who is yearning for a space to feel seen and feel cared for. That was easy. For me, it was more so, how do I portray this type of dude that I am not, right? But how do I bring truth to it? Because there are guys that I know that I grew up with, cousins, etc., who are living that life of, you know, trying to survive, products of their environment, and at some point, hopefully, have come to a point where they want to change and they want to right all the wrongs that they've done right. You know, for Victor, it's about his brother, it's about family, it's about preserving his lifeline. You know.
Listen, now
People
that I'm
you
a mom,
love.
the things
Yeah.
I think about as a mom, I never thought I would ever like have go through my mind.
This-
It changes everything.
Really,
Yeah, and it changes even how you look at work and what you do. Like, it has to matter what you show up to. Because it's taking time away from
intentional.
your
And that's
child.
it makes you
have to
better.
be
That's
intentional.
why it makes you better.
Yeah.
In every way.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, also, Luke, we were introduced to you through your music. I remember Carl Ferguson used to take all your photos before, used to champion you all the time when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Beautiful voice.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, for sure. And I would ask for you to sing a cappella right now, but we're not going to do that.
Hey,
So, no.
All right.
But maybe at the end.
He was singing today.
He just entertained us today.
I sure did. I'm grateful.
What do you like doing more? I know it's a hard question, acting or singing?
You know, I don't separate them. I am just grateful to be an artist in totality and to be able to make a living at it.
Yeah.
You know, music is my bridge.
Literally bridge.
To anything that I ever wanted to do. You know, Lena's a fan of my music first, right? So that's how we tie together, right? And it's us seeing each other at Essence Fest and saying, "Oh, well, we gonna work together." And then a year or two later, here's an opportunity to do so. You know,
visionary.
Yeah,
Lena Waithe.
Oh
visionary.
my God, we're so grateful. You know, I think I'm just grateful that music has taken me in such a way because it has taught me a lot about life and being able to transfer that energy into acting in this way. You know, it's all the same. I think especially living in New York and then doing Broadway or off Broadway, you start to realize everybody is a musician. Everybody, in order to be a well-rounded, you know, we all are trying and pushing
You have
to
to really
expand
carry
us.
some kind of tune, maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit, if anything. You know, it's just we're all, you know,
Artists, for sure.
You know, yeah.
How was it for you? I have to ask. You were singing with Brandy, the vocal Bible. How was that moment?
Oh, again, I'm honored. You know, there are moments of pinch me moments of like, you know, I sit in my mind, I'm like, bro, you know, in the moment when I'm doing it with her, I'm not thinking that.
You're trying to show up.
That's Brandy. We just singing, we kicking it with friends. But if I have this time right now, I sit in it and I'm just like, wow, how much I've listened and watched her. I used to have a poster on my wall.
It's crazy.
You know, it's just I'm just grateful. I thank God for allowing me the tenacity to keep pursuing my dreams and not giving up on myself, that I could receive the flowers in this way. Like, you know, it's like working with you, working on this show, working with all of you, you know, it's always perspective, right? To be like, dang, man, you're doing the thing. You're doing the thing. You're exactly who you said or thought you would be. And maybe afraid that you might not become.
Wow.
Well said. Well said.
Jacob, for you, how has your character matured from season 1 to now?
I mean,
And I know you've also talked about having similarities and also you maturing and growing as well.
yeah.
Talk to me about that.
I mean, we see Emmett being like this, just a lot of baby mamas and just not being homeless,
16.
you know, and trying to figure out this business and then taking over a business to, you know, finding his way back to Keisha, his friend, at the core of it, you know, and then building this life with her. It's literally night and day. He grew a beard. He grew a beard. He went, you know.
You know how hard it is to grow a beard?
Yeah.
It used to be hard.
You know, it's definitely night and day. We see him turning down temptation from other women and his baby moms, and we see him making grown man decisions. We see him growing every season and shedding a new layer off. And I think it's really dope to see his fatherhood progress. You know, like I think that's so powerful to see on camera. And then he's building a relationship with his father as well. And you know, he's always loved his mother, but for him to build his relationship with his father again and try to work those things out and spend more time. He's got a brother now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then in his life, he's always had a brother, but in his life now and not just doing things for himself, but like really thinking about family and his future with everything, and that being the core of his decisions.
Now, When you're playing Keisha, have you learned anything about the character that helped you realize something about yourself throughout the seasons?
It definitely is okay to call people out. It's a form of love. And for me, Keisha put emphasis on how important therapy is. I was already going, but it was kind of like I was slacking. And so I think the mental health, it really hit home for me by playing Keisha.
Obviously can't speak on behalf of all actors, but does everyone learn something from the character that they play? Do you like take a piece away and like kind of store it and have it with you? How does that work?
I hope so.
I hope so.
I
Yeah.
often
So-
do, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a part of that's a part of sort of choosing the projects you want to work on. Like I think that's a part of your decision making. Like, do I want to be a part of this project? Am I learning something? What's the purpose in it? Like, you know what I mean?
How does the project affect you?
Yeah, the messaging. Yeah.
What do you want everyone to take away from season 7? Are we going to get boss ladies? What kind of energy, unexpected, tension? What can we see?
So much.
Well, first thing first, great television. Okay, great entertainment, top tier, highbrow.
Yeah.
Work is we giving you the business first and foremost. Love it that much. Other than that, the messaging, the humanizing, our experiences as Black people, and allowing the globe to understand that we all are out here seeking love and compassion and a safe space, and we are all flawed, but we all deserve a chance,
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna be super shocked. That's the only thing I can say. They're gonna be super shocked.
Yeah, they're
by a
gonna
lot
be
of
shocked.
stuff.
The shock value.
Shock
is,
value this
Expect the
season.
unexpected.
Expect
Yeah,
the
Yeah, season 7 is definitely got. Yes, definitely. That's a great way to say it.
I don't know what to expect, and we shot it.
Do you see the final cut? Do you all know what's going to unfold or what shots are going to stay in? Or do you find out with the rest of
No.
us?
Every now and then, we do ADR every now and then.
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
It's a curse to do such, but I understand.
we may get like a private link, see a episode or two, but overall, we're watching it with the fans.
Yeah, we're watching. With
Oh,
the
that's
fans.
amazing.
It's-
This
it's
is
a ride for us,
exciting.
too.
The finished
Yeah, we
product,
finished
yeah.
in last year October, so it's so they like, what happened this season? We like, wait, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and read through the scripts one time. And
Yeah.
we like, hold on, I need to see a cut.
Especially
Did
because
y'all
the
edit
interviews
something
about it,
out?
be like,
Yeah.
I'm blurring seasons together.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Before we wrap up, fun game before we say goodbye. Who's who on The Shy? All right. So who breaks character by laughing the
Oh,
most?
that's definitely me.
No, it's me because he does something. And I be like, shut up.
Yeah, because I got I'm a natural happy, joyful person. So
Yeah,
if it's
early
a
in the
scene,
morning.
Early in the morning.
if it's one of them scenes, I
Early.
really gotta come into work not. I gotta force myself to not
Yeah.
smile. I gotta put them headphones
People
on.
ask me like, how do you deal with that?
yeah.
Okay, who's always too prepared? Highlighter, pen, maybe extra scripts, binder. They're just like extra ready.
You know what? That's interesting. Okay, that's good. That's a great one. Curtis
Curtis
Cook.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Play Douda. He's he
You know what I mean?
He has an iPad.
You know what I mean?
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You know what I mean? He has an iPad and he's the one that sparked my interest to get on stage and to immerse myself into the community and see what that feels like. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest prankster? Who likes to play a lot of jokes on set?
Probably.
I'll play. I'll be playing. I gotta
When you got time.
when I got time.
in between.
I gotta be serious all the dang time. So
Yeah.
I be needing. I'm a kid. I'm
Yeah.
a big kid,
Yeah.
and I am the kid that could probably say too much.
Yeah.
I still have a bit of that, but
Rolando will make you laugh.
Rolando, definitely.
He always got a good
Rolando
joke.
is
Yeah.
he is just
hilarious.
Definitely.
straight up just.
Oh my god.
He's
And who would you say is most like their character?
Whew.
Wow.
I don't know if I can say that about anybody. But
I don't know.
I'm waiting for it.
you waiting for
I
it?
feel like it's me.
Yeah. You feel like
Calm, sweet.
Yes.
you turn up? Nah, Burger turn up on somebody real quick.
We haven't. I would say I can't wait. I don't. It might be in the season because I haven't seen everything, right?
Yeah.
But I can't wait till
Yeah.
the day the world sees. Cause she smiles. She comes with the sensibility, the calm in a sense in pretty much all the situations just about. But I can't wait for the world to see her like when she ready to like not say another thing and I'm gonna smack the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Maybe season 7. Maybe.
Get it in there one time. Yeah, get them chops off.
Maybe.
I did see that once before, though.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's
she
what,
held me.
That's what I'm
She
talking
held me
about.
back. She said, "You are better than this."
That's the one. Listen,
That's Birgundi
Picked
Baker
up all my
right
stuff
there.
off the floor. Okay, Miss Lynn.
my two liners about what they're talking about.
She called me that day. I was like,
You
what?
was sick. I was like,
I was like, what?
I heard me too. I heard through the grapevine. I said no.
I said,
Bird.
dang, I should have popped out last night.
It was juicy like that. Whoa.
Thank you.
But we all
Thank
can
you.
get there.
You're
We all
welcome.
can get there.
I
You know?
Human.
can't wait to see. I can't wait to see everything. The chemistry. This has been such a great
Thank
conversation.
you.
But season 7 is here Friday.
Friday.
It is happening.
Boom.
Congratulations.
Hello,
Thank
world.
you so much.
And thank you so much for taking the time to be here today to
Thank you
talk
for having
about
us.
this.
This is legendary. So thank you for having us.
Thank you, and it's an honor truly to be sitting here having a conversation with everybody. And thank you for sharing all of your gems with us today.
Yes.
And congratulations on another season.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.